games like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Carr. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Back deep for the Bucs is Devin Tompkins. This is taken at the 23. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
A 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. And
Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the Saints' third-round pick back in April. It's Kendre Miller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL. You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
93.
Now Carr. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They go play action. Mayfield. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Colin Saunders gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Trey Palmer with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. For 30 more yards and another 1st down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Again, it's Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Grant. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there. It worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Throw left side taken in by Palmer. Touchdown! Trey Palmer. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr again. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 47.
Carr to throw again. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Carr now on first down. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Flushed out right. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Now receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1 that was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. They'll run. It's Miller. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Mayfield now. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Mayfield on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The Shaheed going to go in motion. On second down, here's Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Saints on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Express. Kill.
Carr now on first down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
As Shaheed going to go in motion. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Shotgun now for Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Kamara will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This is 3rd and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
29. 29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This is 1st and 10. They start to drive with White, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Isaiah Foskey in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Mayfield. That's caught by Palmer.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Baker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in.
I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose again. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Carr to throw. Drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Who's right team?
Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Here comes 2nd down. Now Carr. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. That's complete to Palmer. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score.